and that will also be a link that goes nowhere. And let's call this sample group 1, and then we'll just write a quick paragraph. We'll just say this is a sample Dobble group, a sample Dobble social network group. Just putting anything in there, and then we're gonna have a link. A link that's formatted as a button. So it needs to have a class. Oops. A class of BTN and also BTN default, and that's gonna say join group. And I think that's it. I actually want to wrap that in the paragraph as well. Alright, so let's take a look. Okay, so that looks good. And it's actually the same format as this module down here. That's why it already has the CSS, because we already added it when we created that module. Okay, so we just want to copy the group item. Ends right there. And actually, you know what we need to do? Let's put in a clear fix. Okay, and then we'll copy from there to there. And then I'm just going to change the title. Alright, so there we have our groups. Easy. Now the last thing I want to do is the profile page. I'm going to save the photos for its own section, just because we're going to be using a modal and things like that. So let's go ahead and do the profile real quick. It's very simple. So I'm going to create another text document, and you want to call it profile.html. Okay, I'm going to copy everything that's in the groups page and paste it in profile, and then I'm going to change the title. I wrote the word title. Okay, I'm going to change it to profile, and then down here, same thing we've been doing. We're going to clear out everything that's in this column. And we're going to create a profile div. And what we're going to do is we're going to have we're going to have a row. If we look at the, do I have the finished one? I don't have it open. Okay, so we're going to have a split. We're going to have a column here for the image and a column for the information here. Alright, and we want the user's name up top. So we'll have an h1 with the class of page header, and we're just going to put the user's name, and then we need to create a row and this is going to be what is this going to be? It's going to be 4 for the image and then 8 for the fields. So this will be call MD 8. So you can see it's getting a little repetitive now, but I mean that's just how it is when you have a static site. So we're going to add the image, and the source is going to be, we're just using the user image again. And let's give it a class of image thumbnail. Alright, and then in the 8 column div we want the fields, which is going to be a UL. So we'll have a name, and I'm gonna surround the titles or the labels in strong tags. Okay, so name, I'm just going to copy this. Alright, so after name, we'll have email. Okay, and then we'll have, let's put city. And state. And gender. And then let's do profession. Okay, so for profession, we'll just put web developer. Okay, so that takes care of the fields. And then the last thing on the profile, I want to have a place to post on the wall. So we should be able to copy that from the index page. Okay, so we want from this panel to this ending div. Okay, so I'm going to grab all that, and we want to paste that in right below the closing UL tag, and we'll just make this a profile wall. Whoops, that's not it. Okay, so oh, actually, you know what? I don't want it there. I want it in its own row. So I'm actually going to just undo what I just did, and I'm going to paste that. I want to paste that outside of this. Wait a minute. No, outside of this. Yeah, okay, so after this 8 column div, we're going to create, actually we want to break out of the row. So we have row, ends right there. We'll create another row. And this is just going to have one 12 column div. There we go. Okay, so we have a little bit of styling to do here, so let's go to the CSS file, and we'll go above the footer, and we'll say profile UL. Okay, and I just want to add a margin top of 30 pixels, and then the profile LI, we don't want bullet points, so let's style none, and I'm going to give it a line height of 1.9 em, And I think that's it. Yeah. Actually, let's move this this wall form down a little bit. I'm actually just going to put in a line break, which will go right here. Maybe even 2. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that looks good. Very simple, but clean. So we have basically the whole template done except for the photos page, which will be a little more work, and we will do that in the next video.